Hey everybody, it's Leif here at Drinking Through History. Just letting you know, I am now officially on my summer schedule. On Tuesday of this next week, I report for duty to my summer job, which is at a National Historic Site, and I'll just leave it as that. And I want to let you know that as part of one of the things that you'll start seeing a little bit this summer and throughout the next year, in addition to our regular longer episode, 20 to 30 minutes of Drinking Through History, we're going to have some shorter ones called Drinking Through History bonus features, which takes aspects of the longer episodes, puts them in a shorter aspect that we can talk about some of the things from that. And this first one that we're going to do, we're going to kick it off today, is going to be bonus features from episode 2 from the Mai Tai episode. As you'll remember, we talked about, we linked in how Sunkist was linked into the Mai Tai with Trader Vic's original 1944 Mai Tai. The juicer that they were using was the Sunkist juicer. Now, I didn't have one then. It was supposed to be in time, and I had a picture pop up on the screen. It finally came in. Here is an original vintage Sunkist hand juicer. And the reason why we're doing the bonus feature on this is because it ties in with history. Now, my fellow living historians who are watching this will understand this thing that I'm going to talk about next called experimental archaeology. All right, experimental archaeology is where we take things from a certain time frame and put them to use the way that they were used then to better understand the way that things worked in that time frame. Now, the reason why we're looking at this in today's episode of Drinking Through History bonus features is because as you delve into learning more and more about Mai Tais, there is this concept out there that proposes that when the lime was cut in half and juiced making these Mai Tais, the half that was used actually wasn't juiced. And I couldn't understand why. Now, I was using a different juicer at that time in that episode. I cut the lime in half, I put it in, and I squeeze it down that way. This is a sideways one. And I want you to take note of these ridges that we've got on the side of the Sunkist juicer. So we're going to put this to use here to just kind of explain things here. So I've got myself a lemon that I've cut in half. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure I get the right one here. I'm going to get that put into our Sunkist juicer. And we're going to squeeze out 3/4 of an ounce of juice. All right, there we go. So I've got 3/4 of an ounce of juice. We're going to make a whiskey sour with that. And I am going to shake this. When we shake it, because it's got fruit juice in it, I've got my tumbler or my shaker over here. So I've got 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. To that, I'm going to add 1 ounce of simple syrup, and I'm going to use Demerara simple syrup. This is a 1-to-1 ratio. So I've got my 1 ounce of simple syrup, and to that we're going to add 2 ounces today of Wild Turkey 101. And I could flip this over and use the 2-ounce side, but kind of using the alcohol to clean things out. And then I'm going to shake that, and it's actually not going to go into one of my usual glasses. It's actually going to be going into this real nice japanned tumbler that I picked up at Grand Portage National Monument a couple of years ago when I was doing historic music there with my brother Cedric. Now, before I get to doing the shaking, I want to point out something. This is one of the reasons why I think that there's enough evidence there that the unspent lime shell was put in on top. Because of the way that this juicer works, you end up with this flattened lime, well, we're using a lemon today, that's got these ridges. Now, you could squeeze this out and put it in, but if you're going for, something that looks really nice, right, you want it to look nice, the unspent half is going to look a lot nicer. So I think because of the way that Sunkist juicer worked, it kind of leads credence to the fact that maybe they did indeed use that unspent half of the lime shell on top because of the way that juicer worked. Okay, experimental archaeology. It's one of the awesome things that we historians use to learn stuff. So I've got my 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of, in this case, Demerara simple syrup. Feel free to use regular simple syrup. You can use the rich simple syrup that we used, also called rock candy syrup, that we made for the Mai Tai episode. And I'm going to shake this over ice. I know this is boring to watch. It's getting frosty and condensation on the outside. I did not bring my strainer in, so what we can do is just open up partway, and we will use our glasses to kind of filter things out. So there we have Leif's quick and easy whiskey sour. And as always, I'm pretty pleased with that. So that is our first episode of Drinking Through History bonus features. I'm going to do more of that kind of stuff throughout the summer where life really kicks up faster for me. It enables me to give you good content that we can look forward to each month, as well as share some extra stuff on the side that maybe doesn't have as much history to share with you. That's going to take up a full-length episode. So until next time, don't forget, as much as you can, enjoy drinking through history with friends, because it's always better when we history together. We'll catch you guys next time.